Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I was trying to react to Chantal's first live stream, the one that she did before, the one that she did today, the one that's titled I Love Kuwait. It was late last night. I was trying to react to it and I just felt too tired. And I don't think I did a good job. So, I'm redoing it. So, we're redoing it today. I will let you know right now the live that she did, it was boring. And you guys already know how I feel about her being in Kuwait. Boo! Boo! She's back in Kuwait. Boo! That's how I feel. In fact, that's how a lot of people feel. Boo! We don't want her over there. Because when she's in Kuwait, what happens? She does content that is especially boring, more so than when she's in Canada. So Chantal went back to Kuwait. She hightailed it over there, more than likely due to a few reasons. The first one could be because I learned from doing my live chat, my tarot live, somebody in the chat told me that the e-visas, which were supposed to be suspended for a while, they reinstated that. As soon as Chantal got her e-visa, she hightailed it over there. The second reason, because when Chantal was doing a live chat in Canada, Salad, he said the D word, divorce. That made her nervous. So she hightailed it back over there before anything could actually happen. She just doesn't like the D word. Number three, because of the rumors going around that Salad's dad might have actually found him a real bride, one that would not embarrass the family and could give the family children or grandchildren. So, there could be a few reasons why she went back over there so quickly. Everybody's asking the question, though, why spend so much money to go to Canada just to stay there for such a short amount of time? I could think of a few reasons. Maybe she planned on being in Canada a lot longer. And because of her nervousness, she ran back to Kuwait. I don't think she went to Kuwait for Salah, though. I don't think it was for him. I think it was because she doesn't have the money to set herself up in a place in Canada just yet. And so, since she can't do her content in Canada, she has no home base of operation to stream and do Foodie videos. She went back to Kuwait so she could carry on as usual and make some money, due to the fact that if she stayed in Canada, she could not make money unless she went streaming in the car. And maybe some of the content that she has to do, she has to be out of a car. Another reason she might have gone to Canada and gone back to Kuwait, we all know about Pete's money, his inheritance that he keeps talking about, that he put out there on the internet before he even got it. Maybe Chantal came back to Canada to see if she could dip her hoof into Pete's pocket and get something before she left. Do I think she got some money from Pete's? It is my opinion that she did get some money from Pete's. She really did. Maybe not as much as she wanted, but she got something. So maybe she came home to Canada to see if she can get some of Pete's money before she went back. That could be another reason why she came back, was to get a hold of that money and to talk to Pete's and maybe in person persuade him to give some of it up. But regardless of what, she's back in Kuwait. Chantal, I don't know why you went back. You could have stayed in Canada. I know you've got problems with the tax man. You owe taxes. But at some point, you're going to have to leave Kuwait. You can't live there forever. You are in bad health. And every time you travel, you roll the dice. You flip a coin. Something could happen in an airplane on the way home. It's a very, very long flight. Why risk it? Why risk a medical emergency thousands of feet up in the air? For what? To live in an apartment with a man who doesn't really care about you, just stay home and take care of yourself. Why go back to Kuwait? It's ruining your channel. Your views are in the toilet. Even your own beezers are bored with things. I mean, it just doesn't make any kind of sense to me. There's nothing you could say to me that would make it make sense. But I do have a working theory, y'all. So hear me out. Let me borrow your heads for a minute. What if Chantal purposely wants to make things so boring that the reaction channels stop reacting to her? Maybe that's her goal. She wants the reactors to stop reacting to her, so she's purposely making things as boring as possible. What she wants, perhaps, is to have a YouTube channel where nobody's reacting to her, and it's just about the feedies, just gathering them to her, doing her content as she does, attracting them, and they pay her for content off of YouTube, perhaps through Cameo, perhaps other things. But this is her way of trying to make us leave her alone. Like, if I can't get rid of them by striking their channels and striking their videos, I'll just be so incredibly boring that there's absolutely nothing to talk about. Here's where there's a flaw in your plan, Chantal. What if you run out of feedies? What if they're all gone? Wouldn't your YouTube channel be the only thing that makes you money? So shouldn't you be putting more importance on views and your viewers and your subscribers and your VIBs? Because if all the feedies disappeared or they decided to take a break, you'd be in trouble. Like, you're putting way too much importance on the feedies. You're getting lazy. You know, you're not even looking at YouTube and your channel as a source of serious revenue anymore. I feel that you are making more money off of YouTube than on YouTube. And you can make the money quick and immediate versus waiting once a month to get your YouTube check. So you're leaning more in one direction than the other, when back in the day, your YouTube channel was everything. Hey, it's your channel. You can do what you want. You can do as many videos and lives as you want. I just don't understand the thinking of making yourself so boring that nobody wants to watch you. You know, you got to remember where you came from as far as how things got started. Like, if your content's not interesting, your subscribers are not going to watch, your VIBs aren't going to watch, and even the feedies aren't going to watch. So just think about that. But regardless of what, y'all, how about we check out all the stuff on Twitter? Because I've been collecting stuff for your viewing pleasure, and I do hope you enjoy. So why don't we just get started with the Twitter peeps? Let me just go ahead and find that. Where is it at? I'm so unprepared here. I'm sorry. Let's get started with the Twitter peeps. All right, and we got Booger Cat here. Hey, Booger. She just topped up here on my lap. So let's get started with the Twitter peeps, y'all. Okay. I'm pulling up Twitter right now. So for those of you that are on Twitter and you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. I know some of you on my channel, you don't have Twitter, nor are you interested. Totally understand. Twitter can be wild. So I just include the Twitter stuff so you guys can keep up with all the Twitter stuff without actually having to be there. So let's start here with a tweet courtesy of Miss Anthropope Lulu. Miss Anthropope Lulu says she doesn't even know what's going on in her own country. Big girl living in a small world, confined to her fart box, being an absolute imbecile, shoveling food into her food hole. Yeah, ever since she got home, she's been just going wild with the food, absolutely wild. But let's watch the clip.
I'm going to save some for Salah, maybe.
Chantal, you can just stop that. Please stop telling us that you're going to save food for Salah. You're going to put food away for Salah. We are all well aware of the fact that you live there by yourself. He isn't even there. Why say that you're saving food for him when A, he's not there, B, he would never dream of touching your food, C, if he did, there would be consequences. You would not let him hear the end of it. He's not going to touch your food. And why would anybody eat out of a container that somebody else has been eating out of? That's kind of gross. You're not exactly dividing the portions into, smaller cups, like one for me and one for you. He's not going to eat out of a container that you've been eating out of. That's gross.
Sorry, babe, there's no soup for you.
By the way, nice marriage you got there. You're married to somebody, allegedly, and when you go to eat, you're only thinking of yourself. I'm sorry, when you're married, if you have a partner and they're there, wouldn't you ask them if they're hungry and maybe divide the food up? But that's not your way of thinking. It's about you eating all that you want first, and if there's a few scraps, that's what you offer him. Nice marriage you got there.
Bismillah. Hosting the Gulf Cup. But Kuwait lost, so the final match is between Oman versus Bahrain. Shoot. That's why. Okay. That's why I'm seeing that everywhere.
Okay, I'm giving a pre-warning to my subscribers. You guys know how I feel about Chantal and her eating on stream or in video. I do my best to just move past those parts. I don't like seeing her eat, but the next 2 live streams, she's eating a lot, and it's impossible to get past everything. But I'm going to do my best for y'all and for myself too.
Okay. Shoot. I want to see it. Lentil soup.
Okay, so that's the clip from Miss Anthropopalulu. Florida Salt and Sass says she didn't miss her husband. She missed being able to get takeout daily for much cheaper. This reaction to bread is ridiculous. Chantal, your food addiction is next level. I have never heard of a person that was so addicted to food that they would move to an entire other country and go back and forth, getting the e-visas just to get cheaper food. That's crazy. That's insane. That you're so food obsessed that you'll move to another country just so you can have access to cheaper fast food. That's wild. But can we talk about this reaction you're having to bread? It's just bread. This is not a 5-star meal at a gourmet restaurant. This is just bread. I have a question, Chantal. One of your feedies, do they have like an adult baby fetish? I'm being serious here. Do you have a feedie that has an adult baby fetish? Because you're really leaning into that lately with the baby talk and the shaking your hands around, acting like a toddler, like what you are right now. Do you have one of those feedies that they're into that? Because listen, I know you do the fetish stuff. I know that you cater to that. There's all kinds of things that you cater to, such as the gainers, the immobilizers. You might be doing the AB stuff. Like you basically have turned your YouTube channel into a fetish channel. Like you are looking for those fetish guys, the ones who will pay big money for picture content, video content. You're really doing the most to attract them. And so you act in certain ways on camera to get their attention and to bring them in and maybe take them around the corner and get paid. This is not your YouTube channel. This is you doing fetishy stuff on YouTube where it doesn't belong. Look at her acting like a toddler for bread. Ridiculous. Okay, Jeng says, I think she has more money than what everyone thinks. There are other ways to make money other than YouTube. Correct. And I agree with you, Jenks. As I've said, I think the money that she makes on YouTube is minimal. I think the side stuff actually is the bulk of her income. I can't say how much she makes. I have no idea, but she must be making more than what she makes on YouTube, because if she weren't, she'd be in trouble. And she must be making good money on Cameo, because if she wasn't, she wouldn't have kept up with it and she wouldn't be advertising it so much. I've always believed that the Cameo situation, that was just kind of an incognito way for her to talk to her feedies in DMs and either do stuff on Cameo for them or pull them around the corner to say, talk to her on Instagram and get paid through PayPal. Like Cameo, that's just like an open door to speak to her. And then they can work out a business deal. And then, hey, let's go around the corner and you can pay me for a video or picture or something through other means where I get 100% of the money. Okay, how about something positive courtesy of Violet? Yes or no? Definite yes. I love this bathroom. Doesn't it look beautiful? Ooh, I could spend an hour in that tub. It's amazing. That is so pretty. It's giving me boho. It's giving me just loveliness. I love it. I love it. I go in that bathroom, you're not going to see me for a while. I'm going to take a nice hot bath like that, listen to some calming music. Hey, why not? Wouldn't you? I think you would. Okay, on to Rachel Langley. Since Chantal wants to poke fun at Just Breezen's Christmas lunch, no matter where she lives, you know what? At least there is a table and chairs for display, and you can clearly eat there. You eating on a little table for one, and you're married, and he's eating on his bed. Can I say something about that? I am not a watcher of Just Breezen, but I heard around through the right grapevines that, like, okay, now we're finding out that Chantal was poking fun at it. I also heard that Yo Mama was poking fun at it. Look, I am not a fan of Just Breezen, but wrong is wrong and right is right. I don't think it's right for anybody, whether you like them or you hate them, to make fun of somebody if they're having, say, a struggle meal or they're eating a budget meal. That is not right to me. Right now, at this very minute, there are lots of people in the world that are doing the very best they can. Like anybody that's out there in the world living, you know how hard it is. The struggle is real. A lot of people are struggling to pay the bills, pay the rent, feed their kids, get everything met at the end of the month. Maybe sometimes they're late, but everybody's doing the best that they can. Just it's tacky to make fun of somebody's meal, what they choose to put in their own mouth, when there's so many people out there struggling to eat. I'm sorry, making fun of somebody's meal, it's on the same caliber as making fun of somebody, like, say, who might be on EBT or going to a food bank. How can you make fun of something like that? People, if they're struggling, if they're going to a food bank, they got EBT, or they're having a struggle meal, hey, they're just looking for a way to get themselves fed, or they're just, struggling through the hard times. But just because you struggle right now doesn't mean you're going to struggle forever. And having a struggle should not be something that other people should shame you for. That's how I feel. So I heard about this. I heard about certain people making fun of other certain people for whatever struggle meal they might have had. It's just tacky. It's tacky. When you look around at the world right now, everybody's struggling. And there's nothing wrong with the struggle. Sometimes the struggle will make you stronger. But we're all just doing the best we can. So let's move on. Okay. Moving on to Rosemary Tyrka saying, are you serious? This woman literally inhales all of the food and snacks in their apartment and is now angry because he dared drink some soda. She's very territorial over food. It's weird and rather disturbing. So I guess Chantal had a problem was Salah drinking the soda in the apartment while she was gone, despite the fact that more than once she has eaten things in the apartment that were supposed to be for him, like his ice cream and his candy bars. So she can eat his candy bars and his ice cream, but he can't have a little bit of soda. And you're right, Rosemary. She's very food aggressive. She is. She's been like that for years. She's very food aggressive. Like, I remember all the way back when she lived with Pete's, and she would be doing a mukbang, have just ordered the food. She's got a full spread of everything in front of her. She's got pizza. She's got all kinds of things. Pete will be over on the side with just like a little teeny tiny burger and fries. And despite the fact that she had an entire pizza and all kinds of things next to her, she'd be eyeballing Pizza's hamburger. It's crazy. You know, she could have more than enough food in front of her, but she always wants more. So it doesn't surprise me if she's giving Salah a bunch of lip over a $2 bottle of soda. Anything that's food related, it belongs to her. It's hers. Don't you dare touch it. Even though I said it was for you, it's actually for me. That's why I said earlier, all this nonsense about, oh, I'm saving this food for you. No, you're not. You're trying to act like the caring wife, but you're not the caring wife. Because if you were the caring wife, if there were food in the house that's just his, you would leave it alone, number one. Number two, if you were being caring, if you got food, you can put it in two different containers, one for you, one for him, and then his portion, you don't touch it without permission. Cowboy Dog says nothing says you missed your diabetic rotten tooth wife by throwing a box of liquid sugar at her and scampering back to your playroom so you can continue sexting women and watching corn until she falls asleep into a diabetic coma. So what is this in regards to? Well, in the live, you're going to see. She just got back. He got her a whole tray of desserts. I guess they're little, I don't know if they're pastry things. I don't know what they are, but you take like a liquid sugar, like a syrup or something, and put on top of that. Why? Why? She's got diabetes. Her blood sugar is already through the roof, and you're going to bring her that? If I were Chantal, I'd be looking at him sideways. Like, dude, are you trying to unalive me? It looks like you're trying to unalive me. You know that I've got extreme blood sugar, high blood pressure, all kinds of health problems, and you're bringing me a tray of desserts with like a syrup on top? You want me to go into a diabetic coma, but not her. She's more than happy to inhale that whole thing. But caring husband you got there, Chantal. He knows how sick you are, and he's bringing you desserts. Tat Von B says she's so full of crap. She wants a glow up, but still acts like an insufferable cow on the internet, pulling childish faces to fat cow is a glow up. Make it make sense. So let's watch the clips.
No. Yeah, that's it, hot tea. Apparently there was some tea, some cold, stale, sitting in the tea kettle since 1950. Tea about being served some papers to be sued for doing.
But Chantal, I thought you weren't paying attention to the drama. I thought you didn't care. What happened to, I'm going to ignore these people and everything they say? What happened to that? Why can't you be honest and just say, yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm all over Twitter. I'm all over the reaction channels. I watch the reacts about myself. I want to know what other people are saying. You know, in a weird way, Chantal, when you really think about it, you're a reaction channel yourself. You hate reaction channels. You call us vultures. You call us content thieves, but you're a reaction channel too. You react to the reactors who react to you. You are very reactionary. And let's go further with that. More than half the content that you have on your channel, if it's not food, it's you talking about the reaction channels. So we are your content also.
Doing absolutely nothing but living my life. Listen, here's
Not to be rude. You know what? Screw that. Yes, I am going to be rude. You don't have much of a life. You don't. You sit in a room, you do your feedie content for the feedies who are encouraging your bad behavior. They are your enablers. And even Salah is an enabler. You're surrounded by all kinds of enablers. You just want to sit in a room and stream in front of YouTube and do your content. That's not much of a life. You don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. You are unhappy. You are miserable. So if this is life for you, why aren't you happy? Why are you so miserable all the time? If this is your happy life, where is the happiness? Because I don't see it and I don't hear it. And I'm not saying that as a hater because I want to see unhappiness here. No, I'm saying that because that is my observation. You're not happy, and yet you choose unhappiness. All of the unhappiness and all of the suffering and the pain that you're going through was because of a choice that you made for yourself. Nothing to do with girl world. We have nothing to do with your personal life or the unhappiness or happiness that you feel. It all comes back to you. It starts with you. You know what I think? I think you enjoy your pain. I think you want to martyr yourself through your pain. It gives you something to talk about. It's a topic of conversation. But you like to make yourself suffer so that other people feel sorry for you and they pay you for that suffering. You know, it gets you attention. You enjoy your pain too much to let it go.
here's a lesson, okay? You can't be sued for responding to someone who comes for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
No,
Sorry.
living my life.
Sorry about that. Clicked on the wrong button. My apologies.
Listen, here's a lesson, okay? You can't be sued for responding to someone who comes for you and say, over words like this, okay? So no, like
Chantal, let's think about this. You're in Kuwait. You have broken so many laws over in Kuwait. And when you first came there, you were talking about loopholes and WASTA, pointing in the direction that you're doing things in a very dishonest, roundabout way. You're not doing things in a legal way, because if you were, every time somebody knocked at the door or every time you heard somebody out in the hallway, you wouldn't go quiet. Like your behavior points to the fact that you are there and you're not supposed to be there. Like maybe somebody else's name is on the lease. Your name is not on the lease. Salah's name is not on the lease. There is a third party that their name is on the apartment lease, but it's not you. And that is your way of hiding in Kuwait. You're hiding. You're hiding out. I don't know what you're hiding from. Are you hiding from the tax man in Canada? Because if that's the case, there's a Canadian embassy in Kuwait. Did you know that? I think you know that. So trying to escape your problems by running to Kuwait, you're not escaping anything. All you're doing is delaying the consequences of your actions. If you were smart, you would fix your life rather than running from your life. Because there's going to come a point where you can't go back to Kuwait anymore. There's going to come a point where you got to go home. They kick you out. And then what you going to do? The longer you wait to fix things, the worse it's going to be. But again, this is all your choice.
hello. Why do we always attract the crazies? I don't know. Fat Cow told everyone she'd be the first reactor to call out that Foodie was never going to return to Kuwait. Oh, 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 well, here I am in Kuwait. Another one for you.
What did I say when I did my tarot reading? Didn't I get that energy of like she purposely went live, her first live when she got back to Kuwait? Like she could not wait. She could not wait to do that childish, petty, nanny boo boo type situation in front of people. She'd just gotten back to Kuwait to her husband. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were married or in a relationship with somebody and you were gone from that person for 2 weeks, if you had just arrived home, wouldn't you spend at least a few days with your partner, catching up with them, talking with them, spending time with them because you both missed each other? But that wasn't the case here. She couldn't wait to fire up her camera because she wanted to just at the reactors. But here's where the joke is on you, Chantal. Here's where you're the punchline to the joke. You want to go back to Kuwait to show all of us, but what you showed us was how stupid you are. Stupid. We all know how miserable you are, how miserable Salah makes you, how miserable you make him. You guys aren't getting along, and I bet dimes to donuts, the two of you have had some fights, and you're going to have many more because he wasn't expecting you to come back this early. You came back earlier than expected. You changed your flight, didn't you? You were supposed to be gone a little while longer. So I'm sure he's not happy about that. The fact that his little vacation got interrupted by you. He's not thrilled. You ran all the way back there for what? To make sure that you had a place to stay because you can't afford a place in your home country? Maybe you were hoping to go home to Pete's and he would give up all his money to you. Or maybe the two of you are having trouble finding a place to stay. It's going to take a little longer. So you went back to Kuwait to wait it out until he could figure it out. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter. You're back in Kuwait. And you know what that means. You're basically unaliving your channel. This is going to kill it. This boring eating food, talking about nothing nonsense. You go ahead. You do what you got to do, mama. You do what you got to do. And then when you turn on the camera one day and hardly anybody's there, then you're going to F around and find out.
Yeah, Barbara, it is. Like, give me a break. Thank you, Hidden Sapphire. It's one of the ones I got from...
And can I just say this, girl world? I say this respectfully and politely. A lot of people still watch Chantal because they want to see the ending of the story. She's been on YouTube for 8 years. A lot of people just want to see how this plays out and how it ends. And a lot of people are waiting for that knockout punch, that big moment that will show up at some time or another. Here's my point of view on that. What if the end of the story is that the episodes keep coming, but they're so boring that nobody wants to watch? Like it's just the same old dribble day after day after day. Like the ending may not be a knockout punch. It may be just things have reached a point where nothing is happening except boring nonsense and people are just bored and they turn away and do other things. Just a thought.
The place in Ottawa? Stop, please. Hey, I'm loving it.
And I'm going to go on record right now as saying that, yeah, she flew back to Kuwait. I had a feeling that she would. My cards were pointing in that direction that she would try to go back, and she did. But just because she is back, I got a feeling that it's going to bust up pretty soon. Like she ran back. She literally ran back there. Ooh, supersonic speed. She ran back. But just because you're back doesn't mean things can't fall apart there, Chantal.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Like, why does she have to be quiet? She's like, food, and then she gets quiet. Why does she have to be quiet? See, that looks very suspicious to me. If you're in the building and it's okay for you to be there, why are you being so secretive about being there? It makes no sense.
I love it, SB.
Not much worse is here.
Stop.
You know?
Question, Salah. How mad are you that she's back? I bet you're real mad. I bet you're big, hopping mad. I bet you were enjoying your time away from Chantal. And she just cut it short again. But this shouldn't surprise you because the last time you freaked her out, she ran back as quickly as she could. So are you really that surprised? Okay, so that was the first one.
I was so, last night before sleeping, I was so cozy in my bed.
And
everything was just perfect. And Salah's arm was around me. And
right. Shut up. That did not happen. He did not have his arm around you. You guys weren't cuddling. He doesn't like you. He's not into you, Chantal. I'm gonna ask a serious question here. I'm sure you don't care, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Ask yourself this question. Why would someone like Salah, not that he's a good catch because he's not, he's a scumbag. Why would Salah choose you to marry? Like, why? If he's living in Kuwait, surely there are other women in Kuwait. There are women who were born in that country that are native citizens. You got people that are expats. Why did he choose you? Why was he your choice? And don't you come back at me and say, you're fat shaming, Rose. No, ma'am. It's not about the size of your body. I'm pointing this out because you don't have one redeemable, admirable trait. So why would a man like Salah pick you? Someone that you're notorious on YouTube. You got a bad reputation. You have no sense of moral compass. You have no sense of polite manners. You got all kinds of bad energy. You're sloppy. You're dirty. You're nasty. You don't take showers. You're gross. Why would he choose you? Maybe the reason why he didn't get married in Kuwait is because all the women over there, they clocked him and they figured him out. They saw him for what he was, a worthless, useless pretty boy that was good for nothing. They saw him for the trash that he was, and they left him alone. So he had to go looking across the ocean to find a golden fish, and he found you. And that's why he picked you. And you being desperate for love, you're like, oh, he loves me. No, you were just the fish with all the golden scales. You follow? You had the bank account. You could fund his little playboy lifestyle. That's why he picked you. Had nothing to do with love. He didn't even know you before he proposed, idiot.
The cat was at my feet, and the everything was just so perfect. And I remember just thinking,
this is her Delulu land. She's describing something that she wants to happen with Salah. I want to imagine myself laying in bed next to salad, and I've got Julia at my feet. Girlfriend, we know the two of you can't fit in that bed together. You take up an entire queen-size bed all by your doggone self. You're 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide, and he's 6'2". For the two of you to fit in bed together, you would need a king size or a California king. A queen ain't gonna cut it. It's just not gonna happen. So stop with the lies and the nonsense.
In that moment, I'm like, I want to remember this moment because I feel happy. Like, I feel so happy. And I don't have, hi, George. And I don't have everything in life that, like, you know, I don't have a yacht. I don't have a house. I don't have.
You know what, Chantal? What you talk about, what you frame as the perfect life, the good life, has to do with what's available to you, what resources you have available. If you are living in a simple way, then you're going to say, oh, I really like this. But best believe, y'all, that if she had lots of money, if she were rolling in it, she'd be shoving it in our faces like she did before during Crackhead Olympics, bragging about $30,000 paychecks and saying, I have so much money. I hate money. Bragging about her trips to buy Lush products, going to the dispensary and dropping $1,000 at a time. Yes, she would. When she's got money and she's got a lot of it to burn, she brags about that. When she doesn't, that's when she's like, oh, I love living simply. I love living in a minimal way. It all depends on what she's got at the moment.
There's a lot of material things I don't have, and I don't care. Like, I'm at a point in life where I don't care about these things, you know? We all have beautiful bodies. Yes, blacks. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has imperfections in their bodies and are built different.
Okay, that's it. Is there another one?
To assume and make things up, yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there was 3.
But, I mean, that's what they have to resort to, because let's look at the facts, okay?
Oh, God.
The fact is...
Uh-oh. I haven't seen this clip, but I got a feeling it's about the reaction channels. Go for it, Chantal.
Undeniably, that there is a whole economic system surrounding my content and my...
Yep, he's talking about the reactors. You know what, Chantal? You're not wrong. I'll give you one. You're not wrong. There is a whole, like biodome, like ecosystem, which is Girl World. You and Amber came on the scene and people started reacting to y'all. And it just picked up speed from there. So you're right. There is kind of an ecosystem around you two. Although the interesting thing about that ecosystem is where it used to be strong for you and Amber. Like the two of you, you had your beginnings, then you had your high point, and now you're both at a low point. Like the interest is waning. You're both yesterday's news. Things are not as entertaining as they used to be. You both have arrived at a place where you and Amber, you both have the same mindset of, we've been on YouTube forever. Oh, I'm Amber. I'm Chantal. That should be enough to keep people entertained. Not really. If you want to keep up with the times, you got to change with the times. You've got to evolve. You got to keep things interesting, be creative, work on your content, care about your channels, care about your audience. Neither one of you care anymore. You're both dead spoiled by the YouTube money. You almost feel entitled to it. But the interesting thing about you and Amber and Girl World is thriving. It's getting better engagement and views than the two of you put together. Because we work hard on what we do.
My life and everything, okay? So it's like, on one hand, if we look at it honestly, yeah, it's making money for people. And they have like decent life.
Listen, you jealous hater. It's making money for people because we work on what we do. We add our commentary. But there's a lot of channels, you got to tip your hat to them. You got to give them a round of applause. They add in the funny clips. They stitch things together. They add in the comedy and the humor when things are sometimes dark. Great channels. They've even spent time on doing animated stuff on you, and it was hilarious. And you've got Cheyenne Jasmine, that she's done parodies of you and Amber and Pete, and well done, Cheyenne. Well done. Like, just the attention to detail is amazing. You've also got people that are kind of uh, adjacent to Girl World, like Neo Tarot, like her doing the readings on you, like the different ways that we've all branched out to, do foodie content in different ways. It's amazing how you can watch the same live from you 15 different ways and you're entertained each different way. You got to tip your hat, Chantal. How people have taken your content and they've gone in so many different directions with it. You've got Sansa cooks doing the micro macros on the meals. I mean, just everybody finding their thing to do. We have evolved. You haven't.
Lifestyles off of this money. That's not going to be given up very easy, right? Star. Happiness is definitely, yeah. And I don't want to brag about that. I do honestly wish everybody happiness and a good life in 2025, I got an orbit. So obviously people will get desperate if this arc is
No. You know what? There's no desperation here. You're trying to put your desperation on us. You're the desperate one. Because what do you have? You have a bunch of feedies that you turn to make the bulk of your money. But what if they're all gone? Or what if something medically happens to you and you can't get in front of a camera and sit down and eat a huge, ginormous meal anymore? If you go to the hospital, are they going to be sitting by your hospital bed holding your hand saying, it'll be okay, Chantal? If you have a partial stroke, Chantal, do you know how damaging those can be? You can have paralysis in one side of your body. It can cause brain damage. I mean, strokes can be pretty lethal. You're not thinking about that stuff when you're sitting there doing the feedie content. Like all these people that are around you talking about food, encouraging you to eat. You're an addict. They're encouraging you in your addiction. If something happens to you, there's no compensation. None at all. They're not going to give you money just because. Those feedies, they'll just find somebody else on YouTube or wherever to give their money to give them their fix if you can't do it.
By the way, I wanted to say this too. Kuwait is not an arc. I think we can safely say that it's not an arc. This is my life now, because an arc would be like a temporary short-term thing. And in terms of the foodie beauty verse, I would say that an arc is pretty short-lived, right?
You know what? You're right. This is not really an arc. This has been too boring to be an arc. We are not entertained. We are very lacking in entertaining in that regard. This has not been entertaining. What about all those promises? Season 3 is going to be lit. I didn't feel the flame. Did y'all? I didn't. Where is it hot? Like, you know what? I'll give you guys more warmth than what she did. Like, this is Chantal's Kuwait arc. Like, it won't even light up. Look, there's a bit of a spark, but it's not. There's no flame. Okay? This is sad and pathetic. This kind of content, you look at it and go, why'd you even bother? Why did you bother filming it? Why'd you bother posting it? What was the point? I mean, we honestly asked that question. What was the point? You post stuff that really should stay on the cutting room floor, because it's not entertaining for us and it's not entertaining for you. It's just you grabbing at coins.
Hey Zainab, walaikum salam. Exactly. They make money off of, like me in a lot of ways. So,
and so what? And so what? Let's turn the table around a bit. You make money. You've made money talking about Yaba. the YouTube Underground. You've made money talk about FFG, Just Breezing, Garlic Bread, all kinds of channels, using them for content, talking about them. So we talk about you, so what? Mind your business. Mind your business. That's your problem, Chantal. You don't mind your business. Your mind is not on your business. Your mind is on everybody else's business. You're looking around at what everybody else is doing and saying versus looking at what's going on with you and fixing it. And that's why your channel sucks. That's why your content sucks. It's boring. And hey, if that's what you wanted, you got it. If that is your intention to drive the reaction channels away, hey, I don't know if it'll happen. I'm sure somebody somewhere will react to you. But I would not be putting all my eggs in one basket if I were you and counting on those feedies to always be there. What if they're not? What if they're not? And they all go away, or there's not enough to pay your rent, pay your bills, pay for your food, pay for your fake husband, pay for the person back in Canada who shall not be named. What if there isn't? You're not keeping up both streams of revenue. You're just keeping up one. Putting way too heavy of a burden there.
To be boring online. I'm just gonna I just have to just live my life, man, and I don't know. The thing is that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna ever stop. People are always gonna make things up, always gonna do things to.
We would not have to if you told the truth, but you lie. And you're not even lying to protect parts of your privacy, which I could understand. You lie for the sake of lying. You like to lie. You like the taste it leaves in your mouth. You lie about things that make no sense. We are there to basically try to find the truth in your lies and make it all make sense when sometimes it doesn't. If you don't like the theories, tell the doggone truth. Stop lying. This is so simple.
Try to trigger me. And
No. We don't have to. We don't have to trigger you. And that's ridiculous that you just said that. That's stupid. We're trying to trigger you. No, we're not trying to trigger you. You trigger yourself by coming to the reaction side and watching things you shouldn't be watching, and going on the community post and going on Twitter and reading all the tweets. You purposely trigger yourself because you are so freaking boring. You need something to talk about. You won't even sit down and have a list of things to talk about when you sit down and do a live. So you go on Twitter looking for all the gossiping and the rumors and what people are saying. And that's what you talk about in your live streams. Again, being a reaction channel, you are reacting to what people are saying about you. But we wouldn't be saying those things if you stop lying.
And it's really up to me to really just learn how to deal with that, because
you've been saying that for years. I got to learn to deal with that. It's been years. You haven't learned yet. You don't want to. You don't want to learn. You don't want to evolve and be better. You want to stay the same. So be it.
That's the kind of glow up I want more than anything, is learning how to deal with situations in a healthy, mature way.
But you don't know how. You really don't know how, and you're not going to learn. Rena Joy 19 says, in the clips I've seen of Chantal flailing her arms around in excitement, running, getting her cheek pinched, girl acted like a child and being treated like one at 40 isn't cute. It's disturbing. Yep, it sure is. It's that adult baby fetish. I'm telling you, she's catering to that. She's doing it because there's no effort involved. She just acts like a toddler. And whoever it is in her audience that likes that, they're getting their fix. They're getting their fix. That's their fetish. Maybe one of her feedies has that fetish. Y'all remember what I told you about the who cow fetish thing that Amber is now catering to? Chantal might have introduced her to that. I mean, since Chantal knows a lot about that world, I'm sure Amber knows about that too. Okay. DX, who gives the recaps from the lives, this is part of the recap of the video that I'm going to go over. The recap of this is that Chantal gets home and literally immediately forces Salah to bring her food. She's eating dessert ravenously and has to literally be stopped by Salah and told to eat her food and complaining extensively about Salah drinking the soda while she was gone. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those, huh? It's going to be one of those. All right, this is recaps of the other live. We'll go over that later. Oh, and this is from the live that preceding the one I'm doing right now. This is courtesy of Mo Translates. When you try to dish your ex, but accidentally dish your current fake husband, who also has no income and takes your money. Ooh, let's listen.
Exactly, sour gummies. I'm sorry, I find it the hugest turnoff of life for a man not to pay bills, to not have any income, to like just rely on the woman. No.
Chantal, I remember when you were with He Who Shall Not Be Named. When you were with him, you were so proud to be a sugar mama and paying his way all the way. Ooh, you were proud. You want to be a boss beach. You were bragging about it. Now you're here saying, I can't put up with a man who doesn't pay for anything, but yet you are. Salah depends on your money. He's not paying his way. He never has. As a matter of fact, if you're turned off by a man who can't pay his way, why did you give him $9,000? Make that make sense.
That I will never do that ever again in my life.
Ever again, but she's done it before. She's doing it now. That's the only way she gets male attention, is if she pays for everything. That's the only way, because no one's going to give it up for free. Not with her. Okay, moving along. Okay, this is from Enizator. The snake is so confused. So this monkey is like, no F's given. And monkey's like, I don't care if you're a cobra. Get out of here. Like, dude, what is your problem? And then he's like, he shows the snake who's boss. Like, dude, you need to chill out. I'm so not even bothered with you. You know, I'm so not bothered with you. The snake is confused. Like, dude, why aren't you scared? Monkey's like, I don't care. Screw you. Like, I'm just going to chill right here. Okay, Lizzie says he needs to work in order to maintain status in Kuwait. Fake perfume store, Foodie's money in his bank showing minimum amount needed. Scatman doesn't want to work. I think he is a lazy man-child who doesn't want to work and wants out of the Middle East. He never had a good job and never will. Nope, he doesn't. And that might be the entire reason why he keeps letting her come back. Because without Foodie, he's got to go out and get a real job. He can't have his little playboy lifestyle that he likes so much. He can't go run off to the red room whenever he wants to. So she's the piggy bank, and he likes reaching his hand inside and getting a few coins. Shenanigans says she was so happy to see her husband after just getting home from traveling that she decided to fire up a live stream to get attention from strangers online. Never change, Chantal. Mo Translate says this is what happens when a cheating fake husband jokes about a divorce arc. Girl quickly grabbed those Christmas presents and ran back to Kuwait. Yes, she did. Let's watch.
Quit snack. No, I'm starving. You guys.
I disagree. She's not starving. I bet she ate before she ate on camera, because trust me, if she were starving, she wouldn't bother with the camera. She would just scarf food down her throat.
I'll have you know, I didn't eat since. Don't I look skinny? Like I look
No, you don't look skinny.
skinny. I didn't eat. My glycogen is depleted.
Ma'am, you did a vlog where you were traveling and you showed yourself eating on the plane.
He did. Hey, Scrape. Beauty bite. Hi, babe. When I say you're the person I'm excited to see the most in the world.
Yeah, why are you excited to see Salah? It isn't because you love him, it's because he brings you food. Like he's the food delivery guy. He's like your on-demand Postmates dude. Queen of WTF posting this clip, and here's the clip.
I'm going to do a special run for that. I wanted to do this when I got home. I was going to kiss the ground, but I love Kuwait. I love Kuwait.
Somebody paid for that. I think somebody paid for her to do that.
I love Kuwait.
Acting like a toddler. Somebody paid for that.
I love Kuwait. Okay.
Okay, Foodie, I got a question right here, right now. So if you can move that quickly, why is it when you would get on the treadmill, you were acting like you were going to die after like 10 seconds? Like you could barely take a step. You were like moving at the slowest speed. How is it you could do all this, but when you're on a treadmill, you got to be at the slowest speed. Your face is beet red. Like what's going on?
What are you doing on the treadmill? You're not exercising, you fat loaf. I'm going to do it.
Okay, moving along. Perfectly Imperfect says, but I thought she didn't sweat. Some genetic mutation she claimed to have. L's RPH says, I stopped back in to hear about her feminine hygiene routine. She sprays this $10 deodorant everywhere and follows up with baby powder because women sweat everywhere, you know. Yeah, Chantal claimed to have some kind of genetic mutation where she didn't sweat or she didn't smell. But if that's the case, why do you need the products? I mean, the math ain't mathin' here. And you still need to take a shower, Chantal. Even if you don't smell, you should still take a shower. It helps to get dead skin and body oils off. So you still got to take a shower. I know you hate showers, but you still got to shower. Okay, moving along. Okay, your mom's emotional support carrot says, nothing says I love you and missed you more than flying home, going live straight away to bees while eating and talking to your husband via the chat. Chantal, you are complete and utter blank. Some marriage, I always spend quality time with my partner after traveling. Me too. I mean, as soon as I come home, I want to talk to my partner. I want to spend time with my partner. Like, there's no going on YouTube. I want to spend time with them. But her first thought was to fire up the live stream. Okay, now this was an interesting clip, and I want to give credit to this person, but they don't really have a name, so credit to them, Nat. Quote, I'm glad we got all the affection out of the way when we first saw you, babe, because the garlic is real. My God, stop trying to prove to us how much affection and love you show each other. Or maybe it's not really us you're trying to convince and more yourself. So let's watch the clip.
Okay, I'm glad we got all the affection out of the way when you saw me, babe, because the garlic is real. All right.
Who says something like that to their partner? I'm glad we got all the affection out of the way. As if he's the one who's been eating garlic and his breath is bad when you're the one that's actually guilty of that. But who says that to your partner? I'm glad we got all the affection out of the way. Like it's something bad. For all the love you say you have, Salah, I'm glad we got the affection out of the way. You want love, Chantal, but then you say things like that. I'm glad we got it out of the way, like it was such a bother. Why bother being with him if that's the way you feel? Seriously. Okay, we're like at an hour already for the Twitter stuff. So let's get into the live stream itself. And again, it's a bit boring. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We're just gonna dip in, dip out, as we do. She starts eating. I'm moving forward. I don't want to see her eat. I really don't. I don't want to see her catering to the feeding people. That's gross. So Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get going.
Off taxidermist.
You know what? When I heard that little chirping sound, I'm like, what is that? That's actually the doorbell. So I think that's weird. If Salah and Chantal live together, why would he ring the doorbell? Why would he ring the doorbell before coming in? And why is she getting so quiet?
Yeah, guys.
Like that's the sound of him coming in. That wasn't because of a delivery person and she's got to go to the door and get her food. He's coming in. Oh, and there's the aforementioned dessert. So she just got back, and what does he do? He hands her a whole tray of desserts. I hear the sound of bags. So obviously he's got something in his hand. Did he go out and get food for her? And look at her. Okay, confirmation, it is food. She doesn't get this happy unless it's food.
I miss you, babe.
No. You don't miss her. I know what this is, Salah. She just got back. And you know her pretty well. That whenever she goes to Canada, when she comes back the first couple of weeks, because wherever she's been doing fit party favors. In the first couple of weeks, she's a nightmare. So this is you placating her with food to calm her down and sedate her with carbs so she doesn't go off on you.
Oh, I miss you too. The Beezers miss you. I miss the food.
She misses the food. Although there was plenty of food in Canada, she came back to Kuwait because she misses the food. Let that sink in.
I'm just kidding.
No, she's not.
It's because honestly, I'm ravenous. Like the last time I ate was breakfast with my sister the day I was leaving to travel. Let me get to that in a minute. Here, babe. Bon appetit, Satan.
Same to you, honey. Hi, Bezos. I miss you all.
Beezers. Yes. Okay, guys. It's an alarm doorbell. I know it sounds weird, eh? So, I'm so hungry. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, babe, there's no soda left.
And so what?
Want juice? You drank all.
So he basically showed up with food, dropped it off, said, here you go, here's your food. And he's going back in the room to play video games or be in the chat or whatever. And she just got back. Nice, healthy relationship you got there. That even though you were gone for a week or two, as soon as you get back, he drops off the food and he's done.
All the sodies when I was gone.
Can we stop that, Chantal? Can we please call sodas instead of sodies? You got that from the Slayton sisters. Why are you borrowing somebody else's words and making them your own? Clout chaser.
Hey, Carefree. Oh, everyone says hi, babe. Hey, everybody. There's juice. Hi, baby. Come say hi, baby. But I can't have anything. I just fed you. You're butchy. Yeah, Sylvia. Yeah, I just got home not long ago. Home is where the silverware is at. So, she's just like BBJ. Remember how BBJ used to like always be up in my stuff? Like every time.
Yeah, you want to know why BBJ was all up in your stuff? Because you didn't feed that poor baby angel. You never had enough food for her. And because she had rotten teeth and she couldn't eat the food that you provided when it was there. That's why she was all up in your stuff and she was climbing on top of the refrigerator and the countertops looking for food. Because despite the fact that you're a glutton, you were starving your pets. And in my opinion, Julia looks like she's lost weight.
Time I would sit at the table. I'm back.
Yeah, but for how long? How long, Chantal? I don't think this trip back to Kuwait is going to pan out the way you think it will. I think the two of you and Salah, are going to be fighting like cats and dogs, and they're going to break down pretty quickly. Like, I think even you're coming to the end of this thing, and you're putting off the inevitable. You know your time in Kuwait is coming to a close, but you're desperately hanging on by your fingernails.
She's gained some weight since being fixed already. They gave us 4 forks. That's funny. It's for 2. Hey, Golden Girls, nice to see you. Everyone I missed saying hello to. I'm gonna eat dessert first, okay?
No, see, Salah, and this is part of your fault, Salah. Why are you doing that, bro? Why are you bringing home a food addict like desserts? Her first thought is to eat the desserts, even though there's nobody else in the room. It's going to take the desserts away. She can eat them anytime she wants. She's going to go for those first just because they're there. You can't do that with someone like her.
Go check the pulse on the treadmill. Well, guess what? We're going to revive it. Okay. Peo Shakala. Hi, everybody. How was my trip? Well, she is nosy, Leslie. Okay. Juice. Yeah, babe, they're speaking of juice.
Julia likes to show off. Always.
Yeah, I know. Look at this girl. Oh, you pretty girl. Did you miss Mom? You stink.
Well, maybe she stinks because of where she's at. Cats don't normally stink unless they are in an environment that's dirty and their fur picks up the smell from where they're living. But cats don't normally smell. I know because I got Booger. Booger doesn't smell. She actually smells good because she's a pretty girl.
Do you know why? Because she's cute.
She is. She has show off rights. Okay, move. I wanna eat.
Maybe the reason why Julia smells is because you're picking her up and you don't take a shower and she's up against your body and that smell is transferring to her fur. So the stink that you're smelling on her fur is actually you. That's what you smell like.
I know you missed me, but just give me some time, okay? The beezers are Mike, yeah. Such a thank you, Lisa Lee. Thank you, Salvayo. Thank you. Yeah, Coco. Hey, Golden Girl, nice to see you. I hope your holidays were nice. So this is a very, very popular Syrian dessert, and it's called halawat al-juban, right?
Yes.
And
Halawat al-juban.
halawat al-juban. And you put some of this.
Yep, there's a sugar syrup. So I don't know how that dessert is made, but she's going to put sugar syrup on top of it.
Liquid sugar on it.
And she thinks that's cute.
Just on a couple pieces. I want the pieces with the pistachios. You want some now or later, babe?
No, that's.
She's a food addict. Do y'all realize what just happened? So she doesn't want to scarf down all of the dessert in front of him. So to feel less guilty for eating it, she's offering him some, like, do you want some now, babe? Because if he eats something with her, then she feels less guilty. And it also makes her feel like if I'm eating it with him, he won't yell at me for eating it. She really doesn't want to share the dessert. Let me tell you something. I was a carb addict. Carbs, sugar. I love my carbs. Bread, pasta, big on those. Sugar, I was a carb addict too. I will admit it. Big problem with that. But you don't want to give up your sugar. You don't want to share your sugar. No, you don't. But she's doing it because he's there in the room. If he were not there in the room, she would not offer it to him. She would just scarf it down by her doggone self.
It's after food, babe.
Well, excuse me, but I'm eating my dessert first.
What?
I'm craving this so bad since you showed it to me.
Chantal, you crave everything. Everything. And that is why, Salah, you cannot bring that stuff home. Especially in big amounts, because She'll eat all of it at once.
Okay, so
Babe, this one must be after the food.
Ooh. So he's telling her, wait a minute. You cannot eat dessert right now. Wait till after you eat your meal. He wants her to fill up on the regular food and not the dessert. Look at that look like. Are you serious? Are you kidding? Are you actually telling me that I can't eat dessert right now? Do you want your head chopped off? Look at that look. Like she cannot believe he just said that.
I should wait.
After the meal.
Okay.
It's desserts, sweets. Okay, so
Okay, babe. Nice golden girl.
I got you
Hey,
some.
Dion.
Yeah, here.
Oh, pickles.
And so since she wants to eat the desserts right away, he's going to try to placate her. I'm like, let's do a trade. Instead of you eating the desserts first, how about eating a pickle first with your meal? Don't eat the desserts until later. Just here, I brought you some pickles. So trading one food item for another food item.
No, those are not good anymore, babe. Are they?
Smell it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. Pickle. Thank you. You're so thoughtful he is.
Now, he's not thoughtful. He just knows better. That if he takes the dessert away, he's going to hear about it tonight. So it's like, if I take one food away from her, I got to replace it with something else. So the pickles came into play.
Yeah. Thank you, babe. And I have these.
Boy, she's got all kinds of food lined up around her. She's got desserts. She has got pickles. She's got the mountain garlic, like surrounded in food. For what, though?
I hate this garlic. The garlic pickles.
Oh, wait.
Even the smell is too strong and really bad.
Tangy, welcome to Refrigeration Bees. Thanks, babe. Enjoy your food, babe. Hey, Christine.
Yeah, and for being a married couple, you guys never really eat together. So this is your marriage, Chantal. You have a partner, and you both eat away from each other.
Thank you, Dion. I do have a good husband. This is bechamel pasta.
Lord, what was that? Hold on. What was that? What was that? Hold on a minute.
Travel days I don't like to eat because I need to be skinty.
You're not.
And I have these.
I gotta take a look at that pasta, y'all.
I hate this garlic. The garlic pickles.
Oh, wait.
Even the smell is too strong and really bad.
Tangy, welcome to Refrigeration Bees.
She is manic. Chantal is so happy to be back in Kuwait, where she's got a home to stream out of versus a car, and she's surrounded by food. Like she's happy. She's in her element right now. She's in her zone.
Thanks, babe. Enjoy your food, babe. Hey, Christine. Thank you, Dion. I do have a good husband. This is
okay. That's what I wanted. Like that looks burnt. Is it supposed to look like that? It looks burnt. The top looks burnt. Am I wrong? If it's okay if I'm wrong, I apologize if I'm wrong. But the top of that cheese looks burnt.
Bechamel pasta. We each got one for dinner. You guys, I got home. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you about my travel day. I did not eat. You know how on travel days I don't like to eat.
Girl, you just posted a vlog where you showed yourself eating on the plane. What do you mean?
Because I need to be skinty.
No, it's not about being skinny. It's not about being skinny. You ate on the plane.
And no bathroom issues, okay? So I had to sit. I sat because for the way there I had 2 seats, but the way back, no, I didn't. Because I ended up changing my flight. So
why? Tell us why. Why did you change your flight? What was it that made you change your flight? Why did you come home earlier than what you were supposed to? Was it because of the D word from Salah? You were scared about, like, was he serious? I'm going to go over there so he can't kick me out. so I can stay a little bit longer. Like, why did you come home so early, Chantal?
Oh, I had to sit. Hi, Miss Chad. I had to eat up, girl. I had to sit beside somebody who was throwing up the whole time. My worst fear.
I have to wonder if you're the reason why she was throwing up. I mean, because bad smells can make a person nauseous.
Throwing up. She used my barf bag, her barf bag, her brother's barf bag, and her mom's barf bag. I didn't want to eat. Dill pickle sandwiches. They had cheese, lunch meat, sausage, tomato. What? That sounds delicious. Okay, Bismillah. Bismillah. Hi, Gigi.
Again, sorry for her eating. I don't like it.
Oh. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I have to do something.
Oh, she's going to the bathroom.
No, Ma. What tunnel? Good, Rosa. Go see it. Yeah. I'm kind of grossed out. Hey, Tyler, Christine's son. No, I didn't get 2 seats on the return flight, but
You know what? I think she did. I would think she would have to because of her size. I can't imagine it being safe for Foodie if she just had 1 seat. I mean, because she would just be absolutely squished inside that seat for what, a 13-hour flight? Airplane seats are not big. They're kind of small. And she's not exactly small. She would need 2 seats to be safe and comfortable. So she's a liar.
Aaron, welcome back. Missed you, Foodie. Thank you, Aaron. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You're
She's being especially loud tonight.
so sweet. Thank
Tone it down, Chantal. You're being very, very loud. You're hurting my ears.
you. Gosh, I can't tell you. I feel like I forgot what food is. Goatsy.
Yeah, Lemon Sativa says, why did you change flights? Yeah, tell us about it.
I thought people would be doing something else on New Year's Day. Suck, Beezer. Yeah, the flying part. Ugh. They're good, Golden Girl. Liv, I was in Canada for like almost 2 weeks, I think. Because I was really homesick. I'm the type of person who...
No. You weren't homesick. It's just that you were in Canada, and I don't know exactly what all you were there for. I think it was like a combination of different things. I think it was a combination of you want to go home to Canada to let the addiction monster out of the cage and let it like run around free for a while. I think you were there to get whatever gifts from your family. I think you were also there to talk to Pete and be persuasive of Pete and get money out of him for whatever. I think it was a let's do what I can do while I'm here kind of trip. And it was supposed to last longer, but then Salah said the D word and you ran back to Kuwait.
You know that annoying kid who goes to sleepovers and calls their mom in the middle of the night because they're homesick? That's me.
And I also think there might be the possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that maybe the reason why she came back early is because she was wearing out her welcome with her family. Like mom and dad were not going to take her in. They don't want that noise in their house, that bad energy. She was staying with the aunt, and the aunt loves Chantal, but everybody's got a limit. Everybody's got a tolerance, you know, especially when it comes to a bad house guest. Foodie is not the most clean, respectful person. She doesn't respect other people's spaces. She doesn't bathe, which means she's going to make whatever space she's in stink badly. She's the kind that will leave dirty dishes in your sink and not bother to wash them. She'll leave trash everywhere. I mean, all of those things together, plus eating all that person's food, whoever that person is that's being the host, they're going to reach a point where they say, you got to go. You're cramping my style. You're making a mess. You're stinking the place up. You got to go. I think there might be a possibility that she wore out her welcome with her family and she had to go back home.
And it was,
I mean, like the last tarot card reading I did on Aunt Phyllis, I saw Aunt Phyllis, like you guys saw the cards when I pulled them, the cups card. Aunt Phyllis surrounded in dirty dishes, looking very annoyed. She was very annoyed with you, Chantal. She loves you, but you were pushing the boundaries back. You know, you were cramping her style. She's a bit of a free spirit, your aunt. And you were making a mess and eating the food and just getting under her feet, and she just couldn't deal with it anymore.
really nice to see my family.
Well, how do they feel about seeing you, though? I don't think they'd feel the same way as you do.
I had a lot of fun. Like, we did a lot of things together.
Doubt that.
Like sleepovers, like just us girls.
What? What do you mean sleepovers?
Pedicures. That's right, I have nice feet. They still look square.
Chantal, you know what I could see? I could see maybe one of your relatives doing your nails because your nails were looking nasty. But I seriously doubt you were reciprocating and painting somebody else's nails or doing their toenails. You expect to be waited on. You don't wait on people.
Thank you, Nia. Yes, I do have a loving husband. Yes, I do. Oh, the turbulence was so bad, Hubbard. Oh, hey, Chuckles. Anyway. Sorry, I'm really starving.
Then you should have ate before the camera was turned on. There was no reason for this. Nobody needs to watch you eat.
Yeah, they met me at the airport this time. Well,
and by the way, Chantal, I know that your mom did not teach you table manners. That's evident. But I was taught that if you have food in your mouth, you chew it up before you talk.
Funny you should say that, Sockbeezer. I'm not traveling to Canada ever again alone.
Lies. Didn't she tell us before, I'm not going back to Canada? And then what did we see? She's back in Canada. Rule number 1, Chantal lies.
Thanks.
I'm not traveling back to Canada ever again. How are you going to avoid that? When you are a citizen of Canada, you are a visitor in Kuwait. You don't live there. You have to go back to your home country every so often.
CCP. No, Canada will always be who I am for like where I'm from. But as in terms of somewhere to like live, like no, because like here I have everything. Like I have my heart, you know, like my husband, my pets, everything. I don't know.
Kuwait is just your escape cell. You're escaping from the mess that you created for yourself in Canada. You think that you were smart and you ran all the way over there and you're getting away from your problems. You're really not. You're just creating more problems on top of more problems. Your health is getting worse. Your mobility is getting worse. The money's going down. I mean, you, in your mind, you've convinced yourself, I made the right decision. This is the smartest thing for me. No, it's the dumbest thing, but you don't see it that way.
My comfort zone.
Exactly. That's what that is. It's a comfort zone. For you, being there is a toxic comfort zone. You've gotten comfortable with living a toxic lifestyle and having enablers who support you and encourage you in that toxic lifestyle. That's what you want. You want that toxic support system. And so you have it. You built that toxic addiction machine over the course of the 8 years, and you're going to keep it running until it can't run anymore.
It's my comfort zone, y'all.
Yeah, but some comfort zones are toxic. Yours is toxic. It's encouraging you to hurt yourself.
So, I mean, that's why. And I miss.
And let's be honest, Chantal, it's your comfort zone because that's the only place you have left to run to. You don't have any other choice. You don't have the choice of either A, an apartment in Kuwait, or B, a place in Canada. It's your comfort zone because the only space you have left to run to.
I miss going live with you guys, you know?
That's why she ran back there, because she really couldn't go live in Canada from the car. And she can't do her Foodie content in the car. Not as much as she'd like. If she can't do it at the aunt's place, she had to go back to Kuwait to do it.
Budapest. Thank you, everybody. Sorry I didn't say, I might have not said hi to everybody. Really, Spi? Thanks, Liz. I don't have kanafa, but I have halawa al-juban. If I'm saying that right. Which is, I like it more than kanafa. But kanafa is good. Salah loves kanafa. No, happy birthday, Poetic Justice. Did you say?
By the way, since Chantal's talking about food and food that she likes, can I tell you about something I discovered today? My friend that lives here with me, like her and her husband, like the wife introduced me to something and I'm like, I love it. From Einstein Brothers Bagels, the cold brew chocolate shake is the bomb. So much better than Starbucks. Like I've been kind of sipping on it because it's kind of strong. I'm not going to lie to you. My stomach is a bit sensitive when it comes to coffee. I got to be careful with that. But if you're looking for like a nice drink, better than Starbucks, and if there's an Einstein Brothers near you, get in there, get a chocolate cold brew shake. I'm telling you, you'll thank me later.
I missed you guys too.
It'll wake your ass up. It woke me up today. But I'm not speedy. I'm just a bit energetic.
But we're exhausted. Like,
He's exhausted from what?
you know, I'm tired.
He's tired? Well, I guess red rooming ain't easy.
Energy, I say that, but I don't think I'm gonna go back for at least another year, probably.
Okay, we'll see about that. I foresee a lot of tower moments in your near future, and not because I want them to happen, they're just going to happen. This momentary happiness you have going on for yourself, Chantal, this burst of happiness, it's not going to last long. You and Salah are going to fight. It's going to get ugly.
And if I go, yeah, I don't want to travel alone anymore. I hate it. It's hard to explain your life. Yeah. So, we don't have any. Well, honestly, Zach, I really want to wait to travel. Like, I'm so tired right now. Every time I travel, I say that, but
Yeah, curious question, Chantal. You want to be a travel vlogger, right? That's the dream. You want to be a travel vlogger. But how are you going to be a travel vlogger when you really don't go anywhere? Or when you do travel, it's a health risk. Something medical could happen during the flights. And when you finally get to your destination, you're wiped out. How exactly are you going to do travel vlogs when you hate to travel? It wipes you out. And all you want to do is sit in a room and eat food. You don't want to get any interesting footage. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to explore all the interesting things around you. So how are you going to be a travel vlogger if traveling is not a thing for you?
I really, really missed home bad this time.
No, you didn't. It was the end of the year. You know, you had to get to the end of the year and go into the new year to reset everything as to how long you can stay out of Canada and how long you can stay in Kuwait. So you waited until the first of the year before you went back, because the first of the year, it resets everything. So you weren't missing home. It's just that you couldn't stay in Kuwait anymore, and you couldn't afford to go to Thailand and maybe get stuck there for a month.
Hey, pretty tired, Lynn, but okay. I didn't watch a movie. I slept like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I slept on and off. I just like literally did nothing. But I had my earphones on just in case, like, so I didn't hear that lady getting sick. Hey, Pia! Heidi! No Thailand. Hi, budget. Babe, you were hungry, eh? Yes, I have an amazing husband. He's my husband. Travel budget. If I stick to a budget, that would be nice. I have trouble with that too. So when I'm consistent at something, maybe I can teach that wisdom to other people, but we eat together off camera, Goatsy, because Salah doesn't like to eat on camera, so that's his why.
No, he just doesn't want he doesn't want to eat with you. He doesn't want to be seen with you. He's okay with his voice being heard. He doesn't want to show his face. Even though the two of you are supposed to be a couple, he doesn't want to show his face. Plus, he knows that if you're catering to the Foodie crowd, the Foodies, they don't want to see another man in the picture. They want to imagine that Chantal is the woman for them. They don't want to see another dude if she's doing the Foodie content.
Yeah, I know, babe. Me too. Yeah, maybe orange pulp. Oh, Kelsey. It's 2025. I don't got time for that crap. I'll pray for you. Hey, Maxine. Security was probably extra for the new year. It was crazy. Yeah, happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. For sure. I hope you guys did something nice. Instead of coming online and talking about others. Hi, Angela. And Cece. You don't have the budget. Well, I'm bad with it. Salah's definitely the more responsible one. That's why I feel like I just do better here. Like when I go to Canada, I spend so much money.
That's because you're in Canada, you're alone, you're bored. And when you're alone and you're bored, what happens? You go for the short burst of happiness by shopping, by eating, by buying the party favors, by buying the green products. Like you're looking, you don't know how to occupy your time. So you occupy your time with the wrong things.
because I also like to treat my family too, like a lot of
No, you don't.
dinners and
No, you don't.
stuff like that, you know.
No. Reverse that. I think she went to Canada and she was probably waiting for the family to take care of her.
Oh.
Because if you had enough money to buy all kinds of dinners for your family, which would have been a really nice thought, why didn't you get a motel room and hang out for a week instead of staying at the aunt's place?
And everything is more expensive. So it's just like,
Okay, so she just told on herself. First, she said that she treated her family to a bunch of dinners, right? As if Chantal, the food addict, would take money that she's spending for her food and spend it on other people's food. That's number one. Then she turns right around now and is saying everything's so expensive. That points in the direction that she didn't have much money. So which is it, Chantal? Were you Miss Moneybag spending money on your family dinners and buying people food? Or were you just watching your money because you didn't have much to begin with?
here, I'm more on track with that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, thanks, Poop Ninja. Experiences, yeah. Oh, cool, Jenny. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, Boogie Underground. What's going on? Hikate! I was home fast AF. Cheryl. Hikate, I've done this trip so many times now that it's like, I just do it. I like turn off for the day. I wish 2025 will be a better year and brings the happiness and comfort for you Beezers. Thanks.
I hope Salah remembers what he's in for. Because Foodie was in Canada for 2 weeks. You can't tell me that while she was in Canada, she didn't indulge in certain party favors, shall we say. So if she did any kind of anything in Canada of a recreational sort, and she got her body used to certain things, when she goes back to Kuwait and she doesn't have access to those things, she's going to be a raging beach for 2 weeks. She's going to be unbearable. Her mood swings are going to be crazy.
Babe. Michael Pham. Hi, Foodie. Please know that you're adored by many supporters of you around the world. No way. Cheers to yours and Salah's 2025 beauty year from my wife and I. Thank you so much, Mr. and Miss Pham. You guys are awesome. Thank you kindly for the super chat. Appreciate it. Hey, Joe Wrestling. Yeah, Hikate. It's like, man. It sucks, though. I don't know if you guys have ever traveled 17-hour days, but they suck. But I did it. I'm home. Hi, home and, you know, got a lot of thinking to do. How I want this year to go. How I'm going to achieve those things.
Chantal, you're a broken record. You say the same thing every year. Oh, this is going to be my year. Well, I'm going to make a lot of things happen, and then nothing happens. You know, they say the hardest part about anything is just getting started. And it is true. If there's something you want to do, the hardest part is getting started with it. And then once you get started, you can kind of figure it out as you go. But you can never seem to get started. You talk about things, but then you don't follow up with things. And I'm going to have a hard time reacting because I don't know if you guys can see, Booger Cat is laid up like a baby. literally like a baby in my lap.
How am I gonna do my reacts with you in my lap?
We'll manage it. All right, keep going.
Nah. Go for it, Hecate. You never claimed to be no angel. Anyway, I'm almost done eating. Glow up? We shall see. The devil. The devil inside. Hey, Apple 8. Takes you a week to recover, ECP? Yeah. It's really bad. But really, Zach? Remember to breathe. Man, I was so hungry.
Like straight up, this is a B moment. This is not a meal. I mean, she's eating with like a ferocity like crazy. And she's going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. This is a B moment. She's surrounded in food and she's eating a little bit of everything. B moment. As soon as she got home, B moment.
Teardrop! Oh my gosh!
And look at that, Chantal. Your eyes are already tearing up badly. I wonder, did you ever go to an eye doctor while you were in Canada? If you didn't, you're a fool. I would have gotten that checked out, like, immediately.
Nice to see you! Good to see you, GTSY. I hope you're feeling better and doing okay. Tracy! Remember, 36 months. Glad you made it home safe, Julia. Howie Salah. Yes. Ready shit rebees. Thank you, guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm glad we got all the affection out of the way when you saw me, babe, because the garlic is real. All right. Hey, Tracy. Hot. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be gross and rude.
You just are.
Are you my baby girl?
Get the fly. Get it.
I'm back home. Yes, Seraphim. The airplane food looks so good. Yeah, but with the girl vomiting beside me and the like, if it was chili con carne, there's no way.
You know, I don't like the way she's talking about this strange woman, even though I don't know that woman. It's like she's trying to shame the woman for being sick on the airplane. Didn't she recently, when she was back in Canada, she pooed on the side of the road? Yeah. I mean, the woman on the airplane was sick. She was ill. I'm sure that wasn't of her choosing. But it was a Chantal's choosing that while she was in Canada, she didn't find a bathroom. She pooed on the side of the road like an animal.
Oh, Nosferatu, yes. Hi, Lois. I gotta tell you, always funny and has a great streams like Yo Mama and Gaining Ground channels who address the hypocrisy. Yes. Yeah, your streams are very laid back, Hakate. Like, if you want to just, like, hang out for a while. Like, I like long live streams, so hers are really long. And they're friggin' funny. When you drag certain people. Okay, so. I don't know what this is, okay? Hello? Okay, it's like a...
Well, you failed, Salah. You tried giving her a pickle to keep her away from the desserts, but it didn't work.
Like a soft dough, like a dough, and then there's like some kind of cheese filling.
Oh boy. So carbs, cheese, and sugar all in the same dessert.
With pistachio and rose water and syrup. It just tastes good, okay? Oh, I'm glad you're recovering though. Influenza A takes out a lot of people every year. Be careful. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing better. I built a replica Kuwait set and I'm still in Canada. Babe! Let's come up with weird theories. I never traveled to Canada. Very excited, Birdie. Hey, Anna Marie. Do you? Yeah, it's good, Golden Girl. I wish you guys could try it. I'm full. How many pounds of Western pickles? Laura. It's halawat al-juban. It's an Arabic dessert. So good. I don't think I can have any more right now. But I will have some later. That's the bechamel. It's like, it's one of those meals that like, it sticks to your ribs. It's super freaking cheap. And it's filling for like hours. I love it. Halawat al-juban. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the food talk. Boring. Moving on.
I seen those weird beetles in Kuwait, but you know, yeah. Hey, stink. Oh, teardrop. I'm still fishing out the culprit who gave me this. It was at our Christmas dinner. Pretty sure it was my middle daughter. Oh.
Okay, moving on again. That face. That's a freeze frame moment.
Oh, Ellen, thank you. Ready, set, ease. I'm going to do a special run for that.
Yeah, I also heard that Just Breathing got a gifted membership. It happened to me too. I don't know how. I wasn't even talking in her stream. I was just watching and I didn't click the thing where you can stop being given a membership. So I was an honorary Beezer. So yeah, it happens.
I wanted to do this when I got home. I was going to kiss the ground, but I love Kuwait.
He is manic. Girl, what are you on?
Kuwait. I love Kuwait.
Is she going to jump on the couch too?
Okay.
Why can't she move that fast on the treadmill?
What are you doing on the treadmill? You're not exercising, you fat loaf. Look at her. We do. Thank you, Ellen. Who got them? Thank you, everybody who gifted.
Julia's like, well, the treadmill is the only place you're not going to sit, so it's safe over here.
Some. Don't scratch that. Sorry, babe. I'm super hyper.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because I'm super happy.
No. Hey, I'm sure you are happy, but I'm sure there's more to that story.
Oh, guess what? Where is it? Dolce and Gabbana. For $400, they should put a big.
Did y'all catch that? Hold on. Put the brakes on. We're going back.
Thank you, everybody who gifted some.
Did y'all catch that too? Dolce and Gabbana glasses for $400. Well, I wonder who bought those for her. I don't think it was the family. I don't think Chantal would spend $400 on a pair of glasses. Who do you think paid for the money? Pete's? Pete's?
Don't scratch that. Sorry, babe. I'm super hyper because I'm super happy. Oh, guess what? Where is it? Dolce and Gabbana.
So, okay, Chantal, you are kind of contradicting yourself. At the same time that you are toting your simple lifestyle and living frugal and watching your pennies, and that's okay. You come on camera with a pair of Dolce and Gabbana glasses, $400 glasses, like showing those off, bragging about them. And I bet dimes to donuts you did not buy those. Somebody bought those for you, and I bet I know who.
For $400, they should put a big "Take me to your leader."
Is it me, or those glasses are upside down? She put them on upside down. Those are not right side up. Those are upside down. So they look off. Like, is it me? Are they upside down? They look upside down. And can I ask a stupid question? Why does she need sunglasses when she never goes out, never does anything? If she's someone that she stays inside all the time, why does she need $400 Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses? I would understand more if, say, she were a travel vlogger and she's outside and at the beach or something, and she's got sensitive eyes, but it doesn't make sense to buy a pair of $400 Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses if you never go out.
I just subscribed because I gained 5 pounds over the holidays, and watching you eat fuels my willpower. Watching you eat for the last year, I lost 65 pounds, so I guess thanks. Oh, cool. Whatever works, Texas mama. Page 5. Glad you made it home safe and well, dude. Thank you, page 5. I appreciate that. Hey. What? What the babe? What is Shaitan? Julia?
Okay, like there's a freeze frame of Julia. I mean, I'm asking y'all's opinion. To me, Julia looks thinner. She doesn't look bigger. She looks smaller. What do y'all think? It looks like she's lost weight.
We're all happy and I love everybody. McFly. I look like, oh yes, I look like the fly. I will say I had my share of dill pickle dip. I ever have the Philadelphia dill pickle dip? Hey, Ezra. Thank you. Screenshot this. Health Razor. Hello. She's hyper like me.
No, she's not hyper. She's just a cat doing cat things. Cats like to climb on things, especially fabric things. Booger does it too. They like to be in high places. Cats are natural predators. They like to be in high places so they can survey their surroundings. Plus, they have claws. They like to use them too.
You. I'm gonna be a big chubby girl. What? Did you miss Mom? Don't you bite, Mom. No bites.
Okay, let's unpack my suitcase.
Why? You have to pick a lane, Chantal. Either you want privacy or you don't. Why would you turn unpacking your suitcase into content? Why is that content?
She looks for the flies. I got this pen. You like it? From the bookstore. It was on sale. Everything I bought is kind of on sale.
Like, I hate your show and tells. They suck. Look, I got this pen. I got this keychain. Girl, do better. Show us something interesting if you're going to do show and tell time on your channel.
Because you know how much deodorant is at Shoppers Drug Mart?
Don't talk to me. You just showed off a pair of $400 Dolce & Gabbana glasses. Don't talk to me. Complaining about everything else, but then you're showing off Dolce & Gabbana glasses. Stop.
If it's not on sale, $10. Yeah, it's cute, eh? Okay. And these, because no bidets in Canada, unless you install.
Why do we need to see this? What? Why? Why? Listen, Chantal, why do we need to see that you use feminine wipes? Like, why is that something you need? Everybody else needs to know.
Install one, I guess. So that was in my bag. Couples vlogs, yes.
I'm thinking of a scene in a movie right about now. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. The movie, The Breakfast Club. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that movie. It's a great movie. But there was a scene where the weird girl, Allison, where she's like, do you want to see what's in my bag? And the guys go, no. And then she gets mad and then she dumps out her bag and shows everybody what's in her bag. Like all the stuff in it. Like I'm getting the same kind of vibes here.
We have to work
Like nobody asked. Nobody wants to see, but you're going to show it anyway.
on that as a resolution. Hey, Original Lizzie. Feta cheese. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I have another carry-on. I had to get another suitcase. Because I went to Canada. You know, I spent all that money just to go get Christmas gifts. Why no? Scrange. What the hell? Oh, yeah, Carrie. Yeah, I want to watch Holly. For sure. Boogie, you just got a shout out. From who? I like my one in Canada better. Which one? Yeah, we're going to try to do, we're going to see. Even like maybe once a week or twice a week. Why not bulk it? Oh, I ordered from Amazon. I'll show you. I got some new jeggings, by the way. I love
Nobody cares.
these. If you have Penningtons anywhere near you, they have really good quality. I have a pair of jeggings I've had for years.
Chantal, I got plenty of jeggings and leggings and pants. So what?
Still no wear and tear. So I got a pair of jeggings from Penningtons. And I got some undergarments. I told you, like a lot of them, like $50 worth.
Yeah, and again, I have to wonder, like, who gave her the money for these shopping sprees to buy expensive glasses and clothes? Where'd that money come from? Pete's?
Oh, your bidet. Yeah. They're amazing, eh? Okay. My aunt bought me nutmeg. I know. Because my family is like that. They're very... Hi, strawberries. Like, alhamdulillah, I have an awesome family. Like, they would do anything for anybody, I swear. Even for you guys. Even for my haters. Your birthday's in Teardrop. What do you want to do for your birthday? I'll cook something. What do you like? Yeah, thanks, Carrie. So she got me a $6 nutmeg.
Why do we need to see? I don't care about the nutmeg. These are stupid things. Why are you showing them off? Nobody cares.
And then a cheap nutmeg. I don't know why both. She's like, whichever one you like more. So I have a nutmeg. She heard me say that I wanted nutmeg because I couldn't find it easily here at the Jamaica that we go to. She's so funny. So I have nutmeg. Hey, Miss Susan. Yeah, Bubbles. I just went back. Hi, Fernanda. It was kind of Scarlett. A keyboard tune and your smiling face. Done. Hey, Larry. It was impromptu. Like I said, it was very last minute. And I just had a bit, like, I've missed my family, and I had a bit of like Christmas nostalgia to be with them.
You didn't miss your family. You had to get out of there, and you got out, and then when you can go back, you went back.
All right, I put everything in Ziploc bags. Now this is a hand-me-down. I don't know what this is. Haiku body lotion, but it's actually really nice. And in Canada in the winter, it's so dry. Hand-me-down, but it's nice.
Wait, what? Stop. Back up. Let's see. Excuse me? Wait a minute. I need to hear that again.
Reason.
My mind is just stuck at hand-me-down hand lotion. Hand-me-down? What?
Yeah, Bubbles. I just went back. I honestly, hi Fernanda. It was kind of Scarlett. A keyboard tune and your smiling face. Done. Hey Larry. It was impromptu. Like I said, it was very last minute. And I just had a bit, like, I've missed my family, and I had a bit of like Christmas nostalgia to be with them. All right, I put everything in Ziploc bags. Now this is a hand-me-down. I don't know what this is.
Okay, I just had to I wanted confirmation. Hand-me-down lotion. Does that mean that somebody else in the family had the lotion and they gave it to her? They just like, here, take this and take it back with you?
This is Haiku body lotion, but it's actually really nice. And in Canada in the winter, it's so dry. Hand-me-down, but it's nice. Anyways. I have a Guess perfume. You ever smell this? The one on sale? It smells really good. And I have this perfume. Miss Dior was a gift.
Notice all the gifts your family were giving you. They were giving you gifts of body spray, body mist perfume. That's not a gift. That's a hint. That's a hint, Chantal.
I like that smell. Yeah, I did, Larry.
And may I just say, madam, that perfume, body spray, body mist, it is more effective on a clean body than a dirty body. Whatever scent you put on yourself, it is more effective and it's more pleasant if your skin is clean than when it's filthy. When your body is filthy, it can only do so much to cover up the stench. But if it's clean, you can smell the complete scent as it's meant to be smelled.
I celebrate my birthday on New Year's Eve in a pub dancing. I know my birthday was on the 29th of December. Oh, it's so close to New Year's. Happy birthday, Vanessa. Belated. You get missing your family around the holidays, right, Bubbles? You know what I mean? So, I got some feminine wash. I won't show you that. Okay, I got a huge jar.
Is it me or she's struggling in this to find something to talk about? So to kind of run up the meter, she's just like picking random things and claiming them as Christmas gifts just to kind of run up the meter and have some topics of conversation.
Of enhanced collagen from Amazon. Because honestly, I find collagen works if you use it for a while. I'm telling you. And I should also say, I don't want to make it look like I'm rich or anything. I should say,
We know that.
we, like my husband and I, paid for my trip because there's no way. The rental car alone is insane. It's insane expensive, like $1,200.
I don't think she paid that much for a rental car, especially an older rental car. There is no way that she paid $1,200 for a 10-plus-year-old rental car. That's insane. That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, I returned it like a little early, so I only had to pay like $1,100, but Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't believe the amount. I really don't.
I got some Lush as gifts. Not gift cards this time. Hey Zoe. This is the after party? Yes. Hey Proverbs. Yes, but chug. It's insane. You're too old for collagen? Gouging. No, this is halal one. I looked up halal specifically. Yeah, grass-fed beef. May as well Uber. Honestly, like it was so. Yeah, New Orleans was horrible. Definitely praying for them. Cooking and mukbang. Hey, Sassy Cereal. What was I saying? Okay, what else did I get? You're like,
Chantal, can I ask you a question? How is it that I'm a much, much smaller channel than you? Like, I got a tiny channel. I'm not even at 6K. And your channel is at over 100K plus. And you've been on YouTube for 8 years. How is it that as a small channel, when I do my tarot lives where we gossip, we talk, we laugh, I can easily just breeze through like 3 or 4 hours without even looking at the clock. And I can keep the conversation going and have a good time. But you just got back to Kuwait. There should be plenty to talk about. And yet we're not even into an hour. And you're struggling for things to talk about. You don't know what to say. You're just picking up random stuff and holding it up and just struggling to make conversation. How is that possible?
all you got was collagen. I have a hand-me-down purse.
Why?
Remember how I always get a hand-me-down purse? It's usually a guest purse. I can't. I don't know. I love having purses.
I don't like it. Other people may like it. I don't like it.
And I love hand-me-down purses because I'm not buying a guest purse. No way. Love you most, babe. Buy one. Nope. You win this time only. We always do that every time we say, I love you. I love you more. I love you most. I win. Where's the damn community post? Which one? Yo, mama. Something leaked.
Okay, like she's just bouncing from one stupid subject to the other. Can we move it along, please?
Long. It covers everything. That's what I like about it, honestly. So, just a Pennington's long sleeve. Then my aunt bought me this. It's a little snug because it's a 2X, but it actually doesn't fit that bad. It's made big. And it's actually pretty nice and flattering. Yeah. I can show you guys how I wear it. It like makes it look like you have a figure if you're shaped like an apple.
You're not shaped like an apple. You're shaped like an orange.
Friggin'. Hold on, I'm thirsty. I'm like overwhelmed. I don't know what to feel because I'm so excited to be home. Hey, Mr. Bazid. You like the color, Zach? Fit primer, it's a sample.
So basically, like, is this all you're going to do, Chantal, is do show and tell? Like, this is how you're going to eat up like an hour and 37 minutes is just picking random stuff up and holding it up? Is that all this is? Like, have you run out of things to say?
She also gave me this bag of stuff.
Okay. You know what? I'm moving the F on.
So nice to see my sister. Oh my gosh. She's an amazing person. Oh, you have the makeup knockoffs? Refresh your stream, guys. Yeah, brushes. So like
Okay, you know what? I'm probably going to be missing some stuff, but why bother with this? it's quickly going downhill. Like she is just like struggling for things to say. So I guess we'll end it here. If there's anything of note that I'm missing because I am cutting out early, I'm sure it'll show up on Twitter and I'll cover it then. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.